Welcome to Bending Wires. I'm going to be bending a cloisonne wire design similar to this. I'm going to start with this spiral, and we're going to work and make a little circle and then continue that spiral design to make a nice smooth curve. I'm going to use a couple pair of tweezers, and I'm going to use a round mandrel. This is really called a small bezel mandrel, and I've got a sharp tip beading scissors. So to start with, I'm going to take my wire and I'm going to clip the end of it so that it is a right angle. Then I'm going to take my wire and start to wrap it, and I'm turning my finger on the mandrel, and at the same time I'm going to start to bend this down and then continue to roll so it's just starting to overlap. We put on a different background if we can see it a little better. And now what I want to do is to continue that curve so it looks like it's actually part of the design. So I'm going to just gently start to pull. And when I do this, I'm not worrying about getting everything right in the beginning. I'm just wanting to get it's like a little sketch I'm going to do, and then I'll come back and tweak it. So with this one, what I'm doing is I'm turning the paper and just kind of tweaking the curve slightly. Let's hold it up, and I like the way this is coming up and around like this, so that means that we've got to go like this and then push this over. There we go. And I'm trying to do as little touching of this as possible for this nice curve, because the more likely I am, the more I touch it, the more likely I am to put little kinks in it. Here we go. So that's looking pretty good. I'm trying to work this kink out right here. Let me show you. Just by gently squeezing. And that looks pretty good. I'm going to give it a slight dome. I'm going to actually use this round shape to work on, and let's go ahead and measure it, and I'm going to cut it a little longer because I can always trim it later. And there we go. If I want to dome this slightly, I can hold this here and pick up, and it raises this up to follow the dome of the piece. So it looks like I've got a little angle right here, so I'm going to squeeze slightly there, squeeze slightly there. And I want to get these lines right now before I fire it on, because once I've got that fired on, it's hard to make adjustments. There we go, and that's the end of the piece.